So the NBA announced all 3 All-NBA teams a little while ago. I'm a little bit late to the party, but they did announce these teams, and these players are some of the best in the league. So in this scenario, we're going to see what would happen if every player on all 3 All-NBA teams retired. Who would win MVP, and who would come out on top and win the NBA championship. So here are the rosters. Every All-NBA team participant is retired, gone from the league. Bucks lost Giannis. Cavs lost LeBron. Celtics lost Isaiah Thomas. Clippers lost DeAndre Jordan. Jazz lost Rudy Gobert. Pelicans lost Anthony Davis. Raptors lost DeMar DeRozan. Rockets lost James Harden, so now Chris Paul is by himself. Spurs lost Kawhi Leonard. Thunder lost Russell Westbrook, leaving Paul George by himself to carry the Thunder. Timberwolves lost Jimmy Butler. And the Warriors lost 3 players. They lost Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green. And the Wizards lost John Wall. So now that you've seen every team and know who's retired from the league, I want you to comment down who will win the MVP award and who will win the NBA championship. Here's a look at some of the top players still in the NBA. You got DeMarcus Cousins, Chris Paul, Paul George, Lillard, Kyrie Irving, Towns, and so on. My prediction, I got Paul George winning the MVP award, and I got my Thunder winning the NBA championship. I might be a little bit biased here, but I'm a Thunder fan, so that's my pick. So we're going to simulate to the end of the NBA season and see who wins the MVP award and who wins the NBA championship. Alright, here we go. One more day to simulate, then we find out who wins the MVP award. And it is going to be Chris Paul. Chris Paul would have been my second choice to win MVP award. He averaged 24 points, 7 rebounds, 14 assists with 4 steals. MVP stat line right there for Chris Paul. Congrats to him on his new team winning his first MVP award without James Harden. Lonzo Ball is your Rookie of the Year. Jeremy Lin's your 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Andre Drummond, and Jokic is Most Improved. But Billy Donovan is your Coach of the Year. All-NBA First Team, Chris Paul. Dwayne Wade making it with the absence of Jimmy Butler. Well, not because he's retired, but because he got traded away to the Timberwolves and retired. But in the absence of Jimmy Butler, who recently got traded away, 23 points per game, 6 boards, 8.6 assists. Some of the best numbers for Dwayne Wade. Then you got Paul George, who averaged 27.2, 7.5, 7.8 assists. These are also MVP numbers, but Chris Paul just outdid him. You got Kevin Love, 25 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, making All-NBA First Team. And DeMarcus Cousins, 22.7 points per game. All-NBA Second Team, Lonzo Ball making it in his rookie year. 18 points, 6.5 boards, 9.8 assists. Then you got Kyle Lowry. Carmelo Anthony still making it, 20.8 points per game. Jason Tatum in his rookie year making All-NBA Second Team. 19.6 points, 5.3 boards, 3.7 assists per game. Then you got Marc Gasol, 20 points per game. All-NBA Third Team, Mike Conley. Markelle Fultz in his rookie year, All-NBA Third Team, 18.5 points. Blake Griffin in the absence of Chris Paul, 17 points, 8.6 boards. Zach Randolph, who recently got traded to the Kings, is on the All-NBA Third Team. Everybody thought he's washed. He's 36 years old, making the All-NBA Third Team. 17.7 points with 12.6 boards. And Hassan Whiteside, 20.2 points, 17.4 boards per game in 40 minutes. All-Defensive First Team, Josh Jackson making it, a rookie. All-Defensive Second Team, Markelle Fultz. Kevin Love. So here are the conference standings. The Thunder finished with the first seed in the Western Conference. Rockets close behind, followed by the Spurs, the Timberwolves, the Mavericks, the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, and the Suns. Some notables that didn't make it. The Warriors were the 3rd worst team in the Western Conference in the absence of their 3 All-Stars, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and Draymond Green. As for the Eastern Conference, the Cavs and Sixers are tied for first, but Cavaliers own the tiebreaker, so they're the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They got the Hornets, the Bulls, the Knicks, the Wizards, the Heat, and the Bucks. Notable that didn't make the playoffs, the Celtics and the Raptors. Raptors lost DeRozan and Celtics lost Isaiah Thomas. So let's take a look at the Thunder stats. We got Ty Lawson somehow, I don't know how, but we also got Allen Williams. So we got Paul George leading the way with 27.2 points. We saw his stats already. Enes Kanter, our 6th man, off the bench, 15.7 points per game with 8.4 boards. Then you got Ty Lawson, who we picked up, 15.3 points per game with 11 assists. Then we got Steven Adams, Allen Williams, Samaj Christian, Terrence Ferguson, our rookie, 9.7 points, 1.6 boards, 3.4 assists. He could have done better. Let's take a look at the league leaders in scoring in the absence of these All-NBA team players. Paul George led the NBA in scoring with 27.2 points per game. Then you got Damian Lillard with 27. Then Klay Thompson. He's the only one on that Warrior squad. He has to score a lot. So that's a career high for Klay, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. Career high in scoring for Klay Thompson. They got Kevin Love and Kyrie rounding out the top 5. So in the first round, my Thunder are facing the 8th seeded Phoenix Suns, who have Devin Booker and Eric Bledsoe. They didn't lose anybody. They also have Josh Jackson, who won all defensive first team. So let's simulate current round, see what goes down. Alright, the Thunder beat the Suns in 5. Now we're facing the 4th seeded Timberwolves, who don't have Jimmy Butler, but they still have Andrew Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns. So let's simulate current round. Hopefully we can pull out this W. We win in 6 against the Timberwolves. Now we're facing the Spurs, who beat the Rockets in 6 with the MVP Chris Paul. But now it's Paul George versus the Spurs, who don't have Kawhi Leonard. And I'm kind of curious to see who their leading scorer is. They still have LaMarcus Aldridge, Pau Gasol, Tony Parker. So let's simulate current round again. And the Thunder beat the Spurs in 6, setting up a Thunder versus Hornets NBA Finals. Would you look at that? The Hornets, who are the 3rd seed in the East, 1-5, then swept the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now they're in the NBA Finals against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's take a look at the Hornets roster. They didn't lose anybody, but they have Kemba Walker dropping 23 points per game, Nicholas Batum with 14, Malik Monk, their rookie, with 14 points, Frank Kaminsky 12.6, Dwight Howard, a new addition, with 11.4 points per game. So let's simulate current round, see who comes out. My prediction was correct. The Thunder win the NBA championship. They beat the Hornets in 5. Of course, Paul George is their finals MVP, averaging 25 points and 10 assists in the NBA Finals. So my prediction to win the NBA championship was correct. I didn't even expect this. I was a little bit biased towards the Thunder because they're my favorite team. But they actually did win the NBA championship. My MVP prediction was off, but Chris Paul would have been my 2nd pick. Take a look at the league leaders in the playoffs. Paul George averaged 30 points, 7.6 boards, 9.5 assists per game in the playoffs, followed by Kemba Walker, Jabari Parker, Kyrie Irving, and Dwayne Wade. In Game 5, Paul George had 31 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists, and this clinched an Oklahoma City NBA championship. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 likes for more what-if scenarios. And if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out.